Hey guys, Erica here from HighWay49RC. Thank you to my patrons and channel members for making this video possible, along with a certain viewer in British Columbia, Canada. Yes, as you guys remember in the Le Mans motor rebuild video, I teased you guys with another motor that he sent me. He also sent me a Trinity Speedworks 350. Yes, this thing is an 18x2, as I recall, and it is brand new, 100% brand spanking new. Check that baby out. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, isn't that just absolutely gorgeous? And it is brand new, 100% brand new, guys. It is so beautiful. And I've got my touring car on the bench because I'm going to slap it in there today and give it a test run. So my touring car, I currently run a SpeedGems Pro Arcornite in it, which is a 19-turn single. This is an 18-turn double. So this should be a little bit faster than that motor. But this one I have kind of stopped running because it needs to be rebuilt and I don't want to completely destroy it because, you know, I want to keep it for my collection. So I think this motor is a perfect candidate for my touring car. So I'm going to solder some leads onto it and then we'll take this thing out for a test run. I am so excited to see how this does. Motor leads are soldered on, and oh my gosh, Erica has a dyno? What? Yes, guys, yes she does. I've had this motor dyno for over a year now, actually. It's not fully functional. I've been working on troubleshooting it on and off for the last year or so. I'm getting closer. I've gotten it to mostly kind of work a couple times, but I'm still fooling with it. So since this motor is brand new, I did do a break-in on it. I ran it for 2 hours at 3 volts, and right now the brushes are about 80% of the way seated. Then I've got it set up in the dyno here just so I can do an RPM test. I'm not going to be running it with the power from the dyno. I'm just going to use my benchtop power supply for it. My first test is going to be at 5 volts here. So that's 17,400 RPM at 2.7 amps. And let's bump it up to 7.4 volts. Actually, we'll do 7.6 because I have a high voltage 2S. 27,900 at 2.75 amps. 28,000, there you go. And just for comparison, I did chuck the Arcornite in the dyno here, but do keep in mind that this one needs a rebuild pretty desperately, needs new brushes, needs the comm cut, so it's not really a fair comparison, but just as a quick where I started to where I'm going. This is 5 volts, 16,400 RPM at 2.6 amps, and if we bump it up to 7.6, 24,300 RPM at 3 amps. Originally, I was running a 21 tooth pinion on my Arcornite here, but since the Speedworks 350 has a higher RPM rating on it, I need to down gear it a little bit. So I'm gonna start with an 18 tooth pinion until I get a feel for the motor and see if it needs to be geared down more or if I can gear it back up a little bit. But to be able to fit that 18 tooth pinion, I had to grind out my motor mount a little bit right here, as you can see, so that the motor would slide farther that way towards the spur gear. But now hopefully I can fit all the way down to a 15, which is the smallest that I currently have if need be. And ta-da! Doesn't that thing just look pretty? Oh yeah, absolutely. All right, I'm gonna grab some tools and we'll head out and give it a test. All right, so this is my first time driving it. That is That's pretty zippy, actually. I don't know if it feels about the same speed right now as the Arcornite, to be honest, which I think makes sense since I geared down to an 18 tooth and the Arcornite was at a 21. Like, this feels about the same speed. It's definitely got torque though, I'll tell you that much. I'll get a track set up and keep an eye on motor temps and play with the gearing, because I feel like I could maybe make it a little bit faster, but I obviously don't want to overgear it so that it doesn't overheat it, but it feels pretty good. It might be a little undergeared, but so far, first impressions are this thing is really nice, and I miss driving this car. Okay, so motor temp after running it for about 5 minutes is 100 degrees, about. Oh, no, okay, wait. It's like 120. Warm to the touch, but not hot, not at all hot. So I could probably go up to maybe a 20 tooth. Actually, I don't have a 20, I have a 19 and a 21. Oh, shoot. Guys, you know what I just realized? I lost my rear belt. That's not good. That's really not good. No wonder it wasn't really taking off like I was expecting it to. So not only did I lose my rear belt, but my motor fan is not working for some reason. So that's not gonna help with temps at all. That's annoying. Like, I can kind of push on it and I can feel it kind of like want to start, but not sure what the problem is there. That's kind of weird. Well, there's the broken belt. I think I have another one though with me. Let me check. Yes, I do. So I'm gonna slap this belt in, and then I think I'm gonna swap over to, I think I'll go up to the 21 tooth pinion like I had before and see how that does. Belt is installed. It took about a good hour, but we're good to go now. This is 21 tooth pinion. I've been running around this course for a little bit now. Did probably 10 laps-ish to check my motor temp, and I am very happy with the amount of top speed on this. It's really got some punch out of the corners when I need it.
It was at this moment that he knew he fucked up.
Oh. Okay. Note to self, GoPro makes it heavier and very top heavy. And now my GoPro is pointing at the sky. Oh, lovely. I'm sure this motor is probably capable of more, but for a touring car and for the way that I like to drive this is just about perfect. Like, I like to have a lot of punch out of the corners. I prefer tighter, more technical tracks rather than stuff with long straightaways and like sweeping turns. I much prefer the tight corners. So I think this is a pretty good balance where I'm at. I might try going up to a 23 just for funsies, but I have a feeling that's gonna be way too fast. I'm sure the motor will be able to handle it, but I don't think I'm going to like it as much as this. Well guys, 2 belts and a spur gear later, I have learned to keep this thing out of the freaking gravel. I think that area was never as gravelly as I thought it was, and that just completely tore up the belts and tore up the spur gear. But that's not the point. The point is this motor is absolutely awesome. I'm a big fan of it. I'm definitely going to keep running it. Performs really good. The temps were staying right where they should be. Ended up sticking with the 21 tooth pinion. Didn't get a chance to try the 23 because, you know, things started falling apart. But a huge thanks to my Canadian viewer for sending me this motor. I'm definitely going to keep running it. And in fact, it has actually inspired a paint job idea in me. So as you know, my cherry blossom body is in rough shape. It has absolutely seen better days. And I've been meaning to paint a new body for it, but I just haven't been able to decide what the paint scheme is going to be. But I came up with this. Oh yeah, I think that is going to look freaking awesome. I'm not sure about the darker lower portions of it, but the blue, the pink, and the yellow accents I think is going to look fantastic. So if you guys are excited to see this paint job, make sure you leave a like and comment down below. And if you are new here, if this is the first video that you have seen by me, make sure you hit that subscribe button as well. Not sure when I'm going to get around to that paint job, but hopefully in the near future, because I don't want to keep thrashing that cherry blossom body. So with that, guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you have enjoyed. If you want to support me in what I do, head over to my Patreon or consider becoming a channel member. Both of those things would help me out a ton. If you're looking for friends and people to get advice from in the RC hobby, come check out my Discord server. Lots of friendly people, and we're always talking about stuff over there. And check out my Instagram as well at highway49_RC. I usually post on there when I'm about to live stream, Discord also. So if you're trying to figure out when I stream, those are both good options to find out. Thanks for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one.